Good afternoon. My name is Jeeda Qaddomi and this is my personal project. My personal project started with identifying the primary and initial goal, which was to expand my knowledge and skill in fashion design through in-depth research and development of skills. These techniques would be further adapted into successfully designing a graduation dress for an individual suffering with poverty in my hometown of Amman, Jordan. This goal had been formulated when I thought of combining my two personal interests, fashion design and aiding the community, specifically those who are battling hardships such as poverty in Jordan. My initial plan involved traveling to Jordan and being able to meet with my client and work collaboratively on designing the dress. However, COVID-19 stood in the way of conducting such activities, which led to alternate ways of communication, such as emails and messages. The global context which was most suitable for my project was personal and cultural expression. This global context was selected as my personal project heavily relies on the embodiment of my personal interest towards fashion design, as well as personal expression through the viewpoint of my client by presenting her preferences. The concept of cultural expression is interpreted as I'm acting as a voice for my country by raising awareness to the poverty faced in Jordan that is rarely discussed through the media. This will be done by bringing joy to an individual who is suffering with such consequences. As mentioned, a prominent challenge was finding my client, considering the travel restrictions which were faced as a result of COVID-19. Therefore, to find someone suitable as my client for the project, I had to get in touch with relatives in Jordan. Through such contacts, I was able to get a hold of a young lady who has faced numerous hardships throughout her lifetime and continues to deal with the consequences of poverty. Through scholarships and charity funds, she was able to attend college and is graduating next year. Her graduation is a special event, symbolizing success, granting me the opportunity to bring her even more joy by designing the perfect graduation dress. The first section of my personal project was expanding my knowledge in fashion design. This was operated through in-depth research and allowed me to advance in techniques and skills in order to successfully design a graduation dress, which leads on to the second section of my personal project, which is actually designing the graduation dress, which reflects the client's preferences. I will be collaboratively working with the tailor to create the physical dress, which was designed by me. Fashion and fashion design has always been an interest of mine, and a career that I wish to pursue in the future. Previously, I've contributed to the more technical side of fashion design through a 2-week summer fashion program, which expanded my skills in constructing a capsule collection, knowledge of historical fashion eras, working with fabrics, draping, and more. Subjects such as art, history, and English played a role in broadening my knowledge of application and analysis. Throughout the personal project, I was able to build and demonstrate my research skills through conducting comprehensive research. This was done through applying media literacy skills by interacting with media to construct ideas and information. Such skills were evident while creating the main idea. The construction of the success criteria and the action plan were both vital parts of my personal project. The success criteria was a constant reference along my project, allowing me to set standards and grades for varying factors of my final outcome. The action plan was extremely beneficial, as the set dates and deadlines aided me in my self-management. My development of the personal project is recorded through my weekly process journal, which is presented in the form of an art and fashion portfolio. As mentioned, my project began with approximately 6 weeks of constant research on topics such as types of fashion, how to create fashion figure sketches, the functions of fabrics, types of stitches, etc. These will all be recorded through a portfolio along with the remainder of my project, which will focus on the activities which were conducted on a weekly basis. Maintaining self-management along the project was quite a challenge. However, I overcame it by reasonably balancing my time between schoolwork, extracurricular activities, and personal projects. Certain activities in my project, such as communicating with my client and exchanging ideas while maintaining time for research, sketching, and more, was also crucial to stay on track. I was also able to manage my time by following my action plan. Following the research portion of my project, I got in contact with my client during October. I began by introducing myself and extracting generic ideas such as what she envisions herself wearing on her graduation day, her favorite colors, dress length, and more. Such information allowed me to get a deeper understanding of her desired outcome. I also got the chance to interview a fashion designer who is based in the UAE. She broadened my knowledge on designing a dress from the viewpoint of a professional fashion designer. Along with her expertise, she highlighted the areas of concentration to focus on while designing a graduation dress, which immensely helped me. After the first interview with my client, I designed 4 initial design ideas and sent them over to her. When she picked her favorite, we began exchanging ideas and altering that onto the design. She sent me a few reference images and I took inspiration from that and further designed a finalized idea. While purchasing and looking for fabrics in fabric markets, I experienced obstacles and challenges, such as finding a specific lace material for the outer part of the dress. During this time, I had developed most of my skills, as I had to deal with transforming fabrics through fabric dye, cutouts, and more. I also learned many techniques of application, such as learning how to create flowers using raw fabric and being able to use small cutouts and design a big piece using them. When the base dress was handed into the tailors, I was present to drape the fabrics on the mannequin, demonstrating collaboration between me and the tailor. Once the base dress was complete, I had taken it home and applied material on top and pinned them in. This was the process of creating the final physical dress. After I had applied all the material into the desired composition, I had returned it to the tailor, where I would frequently visit to present my input in designing the dress. As displayed within my project, communication and social skills were leading factors of my personal project as a whole. Communication was needed to exchange ideas between me and my client, as well as in creating the physical dress, as communication was required between the tailor and I. My social skills were immensely expanded as I was put in unfamiliar environments, such as the fabric markets, where it was necessary for me to communicate and socialize with the salespeople to find the desired fabrics. Thinking skills played an immense role as well, considering while progressing through my project, my creative thinking skills were improving and broadening. This was through brainstorming and formulating ideas. Critical thinking skills were also applied in altering and perfecting the designs, as well as getting them ready to be presented to a tailor. In my opinion, my personal project was a success. Throughout this project, I've expanded my knowledge on varying factors of fashion design. It's allowed me to be able to successfully portray my skills through designing a graduation dress. This project has also granted me the opportunity to bring joy to a person who has suffered with poverty throughout their lifetime, through designing and creating their desired graduation dress. Thank you.